to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready. Aim, fire. Aim, fire. Aim, fire. Forward. Arm. Present. On. Good. On. All out.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Today, I was a little bit disappointed that I didn't have big spectacular to show everyone. I've had the honor of presenting sculptures at different points. My first sculpture that Jason built was in honor of these two gentlemen's brother, Frank Pearson. He was my company commander, my lieutenant in Vietnam, and he didn't come home. So when Jason built the sculpture for him, he didn't have the combat boots beside it. It had the rifle, the dog tags, his name and the year, and our unit patch. But on the other side was the soldier's cross, because it's a memorial. Then the next group that I got to do was a group. And we got Jason built first calf patches for three of the guys that I shared foxholes with in Vietnam. And Jim Compton, Lynn Butali, and Jess Rayleigh. And I thought, it just doesn't get any better than that and stuff. So, but we've had some wonderful moments, and it's maybe therapy for me to get to honor these guys. And that's what this memorial, these three soldiers, is about. Is to honor the men that weren't honored when they come home. So everybody's working hard to get that behind us. In the last 10 years it has, but for some that treatment's memory will forever last. So I hope that gatherings like this means enough and helps with any hardships or that they might be still dealing with and stuff. So at least they know they've got brothers and family to lean on and stuff. So anyway, I didn't think it was going to be anything spectacular today. Look what showed up. This is a '69 GTO I bought with what little money I saved while I was in Vietnam. And my youngest son bought it, put his heart and soul in it, and restored it.
Gonna raffle it off?
I don't know if that much money in the crowd or not. Not guessing on anybody. No, it's not going anywhere. That's pride and joy. We made our first run right down this highway that she made for years and years and years. So it was a real honor and stuff. So anyway, when the governor gets a chance to come down on the 9th, which is just 2 days before Veterans Day, and I'm scheduled, Tim's got stuff for Veterans Day going on, but I'm going to Branson to ride in the Veterans Day parade in Branson on the 11th. So I won't be there, but some of you, probably most of you, won't be able to make it for our celebration in Nevada. And so that's the only thing I have. And I shared this sculpture with over 100 Vietnam veterans in Branson on September the 13th. And at our unit reunion down there, and it went over real well. They were just in awe of what we had done and stuff. And several of them signed up for me to call them when we got a hard date on that. But anyway, I've written out a little deal that I'll read at the unveiling. But another thing we're working on for the unveiling, and District Representative Patricia Pike is very veteran oriented, and she's doing a lot of good stuff for veterans and stuff. And she's been helping me to get the governor lined up and working on a flyover. And I thought, well, she said we do that. I said, I know it. And it takes the governor to get it done. And she said, well, I think we can do that. I said, well, that's the best news I've had yet. And I said, well, I'm on a roll here. Instead of having a chopper or a helicopter, I'd like to have choppers like the ones we used in Vietnam. She said, well, I think there's some in Jeff City. And last week she called me and they had the air show in Nevada. And she met 2 chopper pilots over there that are interested in helping out with it. So it's in the makings. I'm really excited about that. So anyway, I'll say welcome. What a great honor it is to be here with you today. It's a privilege to gather, express ourselves along with many of the other freedoms that we all share. And this is because of men and women that have served and those that died to protect those rights and privileges. Men and women like the one standing with you here today. We thank you. I am here today to pay tribute to one chapter of this great country's history and a generation that answered that call. Today it is not about Vietnam, the politics, or the way it was handled, or the mess that our country was in when we came home. Today is to honor you, the men and women that answered that call. This we do to honor you. These guys are a replica of the bronzes in Washington, D.C. These men are made of steel. They're 9 feet tall, weigh over 300 pounds each. And they had lots of help on this project. My sons all helped on it. Body shop in El Dorado helped with the painting. An artist from Nevada brought these guys to life. He's not just a painter, he's an artist. And when he painted the prototype, and he brought it to me, I said, boy, you nailed it. He said, well, if you like what I can do on a face this side, where do you see what I can do on one? And he was so right. I mean, he just really done an outstanding. The uniforms, the equipment, and everything. You know, I want to be sure and thank them guys. The Elks have created a beautiful place of honor for these men with these